If you mean it's like the internet bubble, where in the end something very profound happened, there are a ton of these investments that will be dead end. The AI is the biggest technical thing ever in my lifetime. The poorest in the world should benefit first from AI, not be 10 or 20 years behind. We will create new tools. We will have a vaccine for HIV and malaria.
3 years from now, your morning routine won't start with checking your phone. It'll start with AI systems that have already been working for hours while you slept. They've sorted through your emails, flagged what actually matters, scheduled your meetings around traffic patterns, and even drafted responses you'll barely need to edit. This isn't science fiction. The building blocks are already falling into place.
Right now, somewhere in a research lab, an AI system is discovering new materials that could revolutionize battery technology. In a corporate office, another AI is spotting financial patterns that human analysts won't notice for weeks. And in creative studios, AI agents are handling the tedious parts of production so humans can focus on what they do best. The transformation isn't coming. It's already here, accelerating faster than most people realize. The next 3 years represent a critical inflection point. Not because AI will suddenly become sentient or replace humanity, but because it's about to shift from something you actively use to something that simply exists in the background of everything you do. Like electricity or the internet, AI is becoming infrastructure. And once something becomes infrastructure, it changes society in ways we rarely see coming. What makes this moment different from previous tech hype cycles? 3 forces are converging simultaneously. Model capabilities are improving exponentially, training efficiency is making advanced AI accessible to more organizations, and adoption rates are hitting critical mass. When these 3 elements align, change doesn't happen gradually, it happens all at once, then everywhere. Let's start with something concrete. Research is being transformed right now, not in some distant future. Traditional scientific discovery has always been limited by human reading speed, our ability to connect disparate ideas, and the sheer time it takes to test hypotheses. AI is obliterating these constraints. Modern systems can process millions of research papers in hours, identify patterns across completely different fields, and generate testable hypotheses faster than entire research teams. Consider protein folding, one of biology's grand challenges. Scientists spent decades trying to understand how proteins twist into their functional shapes. Then, an AI system predicted the structure of over 200 million proteins, essentially solving a problem that would have taken human researchers several lifetimes. But that's just the beginning. Now we're seeing AI systems that don't just analyze existing research. They're generating entirely new research directions. Material science labs are already using AI to explore combinations of elements that humans would never think to try. The number of possible materials is so vast that testing them manually would take centuries. AI can simulate thousands of combinations, predict their properties, and identify the most promising candidates for physical testing. Some facilities have gone even further, connecting AI systems directly to robotic labs that can execute experiments autonomously. This creates a feedback loop that's hard to comprehend.
We're going to have AI free to them in their native language so they can explain their health challenge. AI is only a bubble in the sense that not all of these valuations will end up going up. Does it mean all of these companies with high valuations will all be winners? No, it's going to be hyper competitive. If you mean it's like the internet bubble, where in the end something very profound happened, there are a ton of these investments that will be dead end. The AI is the biggest technical thing ever in my lifetime.
AI proposes an experiment, robots conduct it, results feed back to the AI, which then refines its hypotheses and proposes new experiments. The cycle that once took months now takes days or even hours. Human scientists still set the goals and validate the results, but the pace of discovery is accelerating beyond anything we've seen before. The transformation extends far beyond laboratories. In the business world, we're witnessing the emergence of AI agents that don't just respond to commands, but actively pursue goals across multiple systems. These aren't chatbots waiting for your next question. They're digital workers monitoring data streams, making decisions, and executing complex workflows without constant human supervision. Major enterprises are already deploying these systems at scale. An AI agent might monitor inventory levels across hundreds of warehouses, predict demand patterns, automatically reorder supplies, negotiate with suppliers, and adjust pricing strategies, all while you're focused on strategic decisions. Another agent could be analyzing customer support tickets, identifying emerging issues, routing complex problems to human experts, and resolving routine inquiries without anyone noticing. The numbers tell a compelling story. Nearly 90% of companies already use AI in at least one business function. But here's what's changing. About a quarter are moving beyond experimentation to full-scale deployment of agent-based systems. These aren't pilot programs anymore. They're core infrastructure with dedicated budgets and long-term roadmaps. Early platforms are showing what this looks like in practice. Instead of responding to single prompts, these agents plan multi-step workflows, coordinate between different tools, and adapt their strategies based on outcomes. They can manage email threads, update databases, generate reports, and even write code to solve problems they encounter. The most advanced systems can work together, with specialized agents handling different aspects of a complex task. But there's a reality check here. Experts predict that over 40% of early agent projects will fail by 2027. Not because the technology doesn't work, but because organizations struggle to implement it effectively. The successful deployments won't feel revolutionary. They'll just quietly make everything run smoother, faster, and with fewer errors. Another massive shift is happening in how AI understands information. Text-only systems are rapidly giving way to multimodal AI that processes text, images, audio, and video simultaneously. By 2028, roughly 80% of advanced AI models will be multimodal. This matters because the real world doesn't communicate in neat text paragraphs. Think about your daily information flow. You might start with a voice message, glance at a chart during a meeting, review a document, watch a video explanation, and end with handwritten notes. Current tools force you to switch between different applications for each format. Multimodal AI eliminates those boundaries. These systems can watch a video of a manufacturing process, identify inefficiencies, generate a written report, create visual diagrams explaining the problems, and even produce a voice summary for executives who prefer audio briefings. All from a single interaction. No switching tools, no reformatting data, no loss of context between steps. For creators and knowledge workers, this convergence is game-changing. You could feed an AI system your rough sketches, voice notes, and reference images, and it could generate a complete presentation, video script, or design document that maintains your creative vision across all formats. Research becomes fluid when AI can read papers, analyze data visualizations, watch experimental footage, and synthesize findings into whatever format you need. The economic implications of these changes are staggering. Conservative estimates suggest AI could add trillions to global economic output by 2030. But this isn't about creating entirely new industries. It's about making existing industries dramatically more efficient. Organizations with mature AI strategies are already seeing productivity gains of 20 to 30% in key areas like customer operations, finance, and supply chain management. This reshapes the job market in complex ways. Some roles face pressure, particularly in routine service positions. But new roles are emerging faster than most people realize. AI orchestrators who supervise automated systems, AI auditors who verify outputs, and AI trainers who refine system behaviors are becoming critical positions. These jobs sit at the intersection of technical knowledge and domain expertise.
The poorest in the world should benefit first from AI, not be 10 or 20 years behind. We will create new tools. We will have a vaccine for HIV and malaria. Fortunately, our innovation is going faster than ever, thanks to great science.
The shift isn't about mass unemployment, it's about work changing shape. Tasks that once consumed hours shrink to minutes. This frees humans to focus on creative problem solving, relationship building, and strategic thinking. The economic value flows toward those who can guide, validate, and enhance AI-driven work rather than compete with it. With this rapid adoption comes escalating risks. Cybersecurity is transforming as AI enables attacks that are faster, more sophisticated, and harder to detect. Automated systems can scan networks, identify vulnerabilities, and adapt their strategies in real time. What once required skilled hackers now needs just access to the right AI tools. This raises urgent questions about accountability. When an AI system makes a decision that causes harm, who's responsible? The company that deployed it? The team that trained it? The user who set it in motion? These aren't theoretical concerns. They're playing out in courtrooms and boardrooms right now. Governments and organizations are scrambling to create frameworks that balance innovation with safety. The focus isn't on stopping AI, but on ensuring transparency, accountability, and human oversight. Requirements for explainable decisions, audit trails, and clear documentation are becoming standard. The goal is building AI systems that can be inspected, challenged, and corrected when things go wrong. Trust becomes the critical factor. If AI influences healthcare decisions, financial approvals, or legal judgments, those decisions must be understandable and reviewable. This isn't just about preventing disasters. It's about maintaining public confidence in systems that increasingly shape daily life. Looking at the bigger picture, it's crucial to separate realistic expectations from hype. Leading AI researchers suggest that artificial general intelligence, AI, that matches human cognitive abilities across all domains, remains a 2030s development at earliest. The next 3 years won't bring conscious machines or AI that can do literally everything. Instead, we'll see highly capable systems that excel in specific domains, an AI that's brilliant at medical diagnosis but can't write poetry, another that creates stunning artwork but can't balance a budget. These specialized systems will be embedded throughout society, each handling what it does best, while humans provide context, creativity, and judgment. The real transformation is in scale and speed. Decisions that took days will take minutes. Problems that required large teams will be solved by individuals working with AI. Complex coordination across global systems will happen automatically, continuously, without most people even noticing. AI will fade into the background, like plumbing or electricity. You won't think about the AI optimizing traffic flows any more than you think about the power grid. It'll just be there, making everything work a little better, a little faster, a little smarter. This isn't a story about technology replacing humanity. It's about technology amplifying human capability in ways we're only beginning to understand. The next 3 years will determine how this amplification reshapes research, business, creativity, and society itself. The question isn't whether this change is coming. It's whether we're ready to adapt as fast as the technology itself.
The future isn't about AI versus humans. It's about AI with humans, creating possibilities that neither could achieve alone. And that future, it's closer than most people think. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.